Resources Review Board meeting for April 2023. So, first item on our agenda this evening is the approval of minutes for the March 2023 meeting. Any discussion, questions, comments about those minutes? If not, do we have a motion?
I'll motion for approval.
Motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, staff report. Wall signs approved since the last meeting.
Okay, we had a number of them this past month or so. A couple full Walgreens up at 601 North Campbell Station Road. They're basically I'm replacing all the Kroger portions of the sign that were on there with just Walgreens only now. So they'll just be adding that small pharmacy down below the main Walgreens. And this is a corner lot, so there's one on both sides of the building. So those are two separate permits. And then there's a small Sparrow wine bar going in right next to the cheese shop over at West End Boulevard. And they're actually affiliated. It's the same business.
Start to say the logos look very familiar.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, similar, not familiar, so.
That'll be there. And this is over in the Renaissance Center. Small business in there. And then again, a Walgreens. This one is the one down on Kingston Pike out west. And again, it's on two sides because it's a corner lot. So they're just adding that pharmacy below their main logo. So pretty simple signs, but several of them got permitted this past
Okay.
month. So
Yeah, it looks like it was a pretty easy month on the
yeah.
on the wall signs.
Anyone have any questions on those or? Okay.
They're pretty straightforward. Okay, we'll move down to ground-mounted sign applications. So the first one is Burlington, located at 11449 Parkside Drive.
Okay, so this is going in a space that's been vacated out there. I think you're all familiar with the area, but it's going in there. It's a small tenant panel. They're also working on a number of wall signs. They'll have them on the front of the building, the back of the building. But this is just a simple tenant panel. And there it is. It's totally legible. It'll be a good sign out there. And staff can recommend approval of that. If you have any questions about it, I can try to answer them for you.
Interesting way to do the B, but otherwise it looks pretty legible. So
Yeah, I think on the building they may do it in red actually to try to pick up some of their corporate logo color. But
I think I missed this, Bart. What space are they going into? Who was?
yeah,
Next to Marshall.
off Broadway shoes.
Oh, they're going in off Broadway shoes. I got you. I didn't know they went out. Yep. Okay.
Are they giving up the other location?
I drove past there because I live in that part of town, and it was still open last weekend, but I'm not sure. Someone told me that basically they were bought out by Rack Room Shoes, and so whether or not they'll keep, Rack Room will keep that brand as part of its under its umbrella, or if it, they'll just merge up. I don't know, but the other location was open the last time I was by it. But
Okay. Any other questions or comments about the sign? All right, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve it. I like the B.
All right, we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, so the next and the last is Walgreens Store, located at 601 North Campbell Station Road, for the ground-mounted sign.
okay, this is just a reface. There were some missing items. We get this a lot from the corporate entities. They send over their brand book. So we're waiting on some setback dimensions on a site layout plan. then the overall height of the sign and verifying the type of illumination and the vegetation that's planted there. This is a previously permitted sign structure, so I sent them an older permit that has a lot of that information on it, and they basically just need to put it on on some sheets and submit it with this. So I'm not really concerned about the setbacks or whether or not the sign's going to be in compliance or not. It's just a matter of getting all the documentation in place. So they're just trading out that sign face there with what you see proposed.
They're just basically putting it back the way it was before the Kroger
Yeah, by and large.
affiliation. I mean, that's
Sort
basically
of,
what's happening.
maybe some
So.
slight differences from what was there before, but very similar.
Very similar. And it looks very legible and fine. I'm sure all the other things that will be subject to a motion will be fine once they write it down for you, so.
So subject to those three things, I can recommend approval. And again, that was just providing the setback dimensions on a site layout, adding the overall sign and structure height and the address number height, which, again, I know is all compliant. And then just verifying a note on how it's illuminated and what the vegetation that's planted there, so we can track it over time and make sure it stays in place.
All right, any other questions or comments? Okay, do we have a motion?
A motion to approve with the three subject twos listed.
All right, do we have a second?
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, well, that was the last item on the agenda. Is there anything else that we need to cover tonight, Bart?
No, that was a quick meeting.
We have them this way sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So, our record, yes. So I guess meeting adjourned. See everyone next month.
I'll go to Ollie.
It's a good thing that the four of us showed up, too.